This is Susie Soul of BestRockList.com, and I'm here interviewing Thira Band. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Kayden, one of the vocalists of Thira.
Thira, that's an interesting name. What does it come from? What is the origins of the name?
Thira is an alternate name. It's the Greek name for the island of Santorini. It's a volcanic rim island off of Greece, and in mythology it's one of the supposed locations where Atlantis kind of sloped off into the ocean.
Interesting. So why, do you have like a special affinity for that area? Have you been there? Is it something that you're just interested in?
I've been to the Mediterranean, never Santorini or Thira specifically, but it's really a beautiful place, and we really like the name because it's one word and it's even tiny bit feminine, so it's really an interesting juxtaposition to the music that we play.
What would you say? You said your music is industrial?
Industrial metal, it's the easiest way to, or I guess the most concise way to describe it. A lot of harsh industrial elements, 8-string guitars, a lot of percussive guitar riffs, but some elements of melody as well, but always, above all else, we try to maintain groove so that people can latch onto it and bang their heads.
So right now you're out on tour with Mushroom Head. How has that been so far?
It's been fantastic. I think this is day 4 or 5.
Okay, so just starting out.
Just starting. It's been some longer drives, so we get a little bit tired, a little bit loopy, but the crowds have been fantastic, and it's great to be a part of this because all their fans show up early, so we get to play in front of a lot of new people that we haven't had the opportunity to do so for yet, and the response has been fantastic.
That's great to get out and to get a name and be on tour with such an influential band. Have you had a chance to pick their brains at all, hang with them at all? I know it's only day 4, but...
No, we definitely had the chance to hang around, the opportunity to learn, to see how an institution like Mushroom Head operates on a day-to-day basis on tour. So there's always, whenever you have an opportunity to tour with a group that's been around for that long and has just so much more experience than you do, you can pick up so much knowledge, and they're a lot of fun to hang around with. So it's been really enlightening. That's
always good. That's always good to get help from someone that knows the industry pretty well, and they are an institution. It is true. So tell me about your background. Where are you from? What kind of music influenced you?
I grew up in a small town in northern Michigan, kind of the top of the Lower Peninsula, and then kind of bounced around for a little bit, but I've been in Minneapolis for the past 6 or 7 years, and that's where Thira formed. But growing up, my mother was a piano teacher. I did band in school. I even got the opportunity to tour Europe as part of a symphony band for a while, so there's definitely the sort of classical, more traditional roots, but then,
In the symphony, what did you play?
Trombone.
Okay.
So, slightly different now, being a vocalist, but then definitely being exposed to a lot of everything from folk to blues to things like Van Halen and Led Zeppelin growing up, and then kind of finding my own choices and loves with bands like Clutch and that sort of thing. So that's kind of where I came from personally. During States of Decay, they came out right at the end of last year, and that's what we've been supporting. And then right before we left to go on the road in September, we released kind of a single, kind of a standalone track called Fathoms.
Okay.
So it was just we needed to get in, record something new
to. In the future. Okay, I see.
The immediate plans are just to stay on the road and build a national fan base, because we've done several regional tours, and even just this year we've done. We've been probably 5 or 6 tours this year. We had the opportunity to support Wayne Static a few times before he unfortunately passed. Bands like OTEP, Dope, Smile Empty Soul. We were able to play with Flaw. They were coming back, and then of course we were on tour with Snot and He Is Legend, and that was amazing. And then this tour with Mushroomhead. So the idea is to kind of capitalize on any of these new markets we were able to be exposed to, and just to keep going, playing as many shows, as many markets throughout the year. So near constant touring, and then at some point in the next year we will take a break to record either a new EP or maybe take enough time to do a full length.
Do you have material that you're working on now for that album?
We do. With as much as we tour and as much as we're on the road, if we didn't write while we were on the road, it would be very difficult to get anything done, and we'd have to spend. It would take too much time away from that. So we have a very good amount of demos that we've been adding to. We have a mobile rig that we can record guitar ideas, bass ideas, and even program some drums and some industrial stuff.
Yeah.
So it's actually, with the technology that's available today, it's never been easier or more feasible, at least, to keep busy and to keep busy creatively while you're on the road, so that you have a really good stockpile of ideas to pull from, instead of sitting in the studio for a month and spending a lot of time and money writing before you have to record.
So you have a mobile unit where you can think of ideas, hash them out, and then record something right away?
Right away, yep.
Wow, that's pretty nice. That technology has made things so easy to do that, especially when you are on tour trying to support yourself. So a lot of bands have second jobs, and you were saying that you finally got to get rid of your day jobs, and this is your full-time day job now?
That is correct. It was more had to instead of get to, because starting this year, all of us are gone for so long that we're back home. We come through on tour, so we're there for maybe 24 hours before we have to leave for the next city. Or even if we get maybe a week off, it's hard to jump in and out of a regular day job. I mean, if we were to be back for any extended period of time, we'd have to figure out some source of income. But as of right now, we depend on touring to survive.
Okay, so tell me your social media. Tell me your Facebook. Or do you have Instagram, Twitter? Okay.
So Facebook would be facebook.com/ThiraBand. It's THIRABAND. It's also for Twitter. It is @ThiraBand. Instagram is Thira Official. Our website, where you can listen to any of our music that we have released for free, is